found the assets in Ireland. They took everything in Romania. When did they found the assets in Ireland? We talked about it for about a week, and then we saw it on the news. Investigation expanded to Ireland. Neither him or I have ever been to Ireland in our lives. Never been there. No connection to it. So I was like, look, told you. I was like, yeah. So we continued to talk shit. So that's why they put us together. So we had to kind of develop sign language in the cell. So we didn't talk very much because everything was being listened to, right?
And I said, criminals can't afford those doors. Don't worry about it. You'll get the other criminals, but we're innocent. And the guy said to me, the guy in SWAT, you know, I've never raided someone's house 3 times. I was like, no. He goes, first time it's ever happened. I don't know who you've upset. So they weren't even mad at us because they knew it was a setup. The police knew, but they're just the muscle, bro.
Andrew Tate is apparently in solitary confinement in a Miami jail right now, and unpopular opinion, I'm about to agree with him. I'm Eliza Orland's career public defender for 15 years in Manhattan. So, U.S. Marshals arrested Andrew and Tristan Tate in Miami on July 18th on a UK extradition request. The British charges include rape, human trafficking, and assault. They deny all of it. A judge kept them in custody Monday, and the next hearing is July 27th. Then Tate posted this, apparently via a third party. SHU, that's the solitary housing unit. No commissary, no visits, no contact with the outside world. Right now, everything we know about his conditions come from him and his lawyers, so take them as a claim, but I know those units. I spent 15 years seeing clients who were held in them. Jails sometimes call them administrative segregation, protective custody, restrictive housing, or the solitary housing unit, SHU, or the box. The paperwork may change, but the cell doesn't. The cell is the size of a parking space, maybe. It has a heavy steel door with a slot in it, lights sometimes that never go off, 22 to 24 hours a day inside. You get food through the slot. And if you're let out at all, it's to go into a concrete lot and have alone time out there. I watched clients decompensate while they were in solitary. People who were sharp, funny, and present came back to the visiting booth weeks later, hallucinating, paranoid, unable to hold a thought long enough to help me defend them. The UN's Mandela rules cap solitary at 15 consecutive days. Beyond that, it's prohibited, full stop. Juan Mendez, the UN Special Rapporteur on Torture, called prolonged solitary exactly what it is. Torture, 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 torture.
Bang, bang, bang. I hear the door. 5 a.m. But every time that we got raided, we galvanized our house against raids. However they got in the first time, they didn't get in the second time. This is raid number 3. So we got pretty good at it. We learned that they climb on the roof, so we put bulletproof glass. We bought doors from Switzerland for banks, 135,000 euro, blast proof. We've removed all the windows. People make fun of my house. He lives in a warehouse. Yep. Raid me, dare you. You live in a nice house with glass. It's nice and pretty. You're not safe. I am. Bang, bang. I hear it. I wake up. I say to my girl, I'm like, give me your phone. Give me your phone. She starts panicking, gives her phone. I'm like, wipe your phone. Because all they want is phones. Wipe my phone. Factory reset. Wipe your phone. Go outside. Tristan's walking down. I'm like, wipe your phones. Done. Laptops. Wipe all our laptops. Wipe, 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 wipe. Because all they want to see is financial records, money, who we've been talking to, the school, how it works. Da-da-da. Wipe, wipe, wipe. We wipe everything. Bang, bang, bang. And after about like 6-7 minutes, I was like, everyone wiped everything? Tristan goes, yeah. I was like, well, let's just chill. So we go in our cigar room. We sit there. I say to my girl, coffee. She goes and makes us 2 coffees. We get a cigar. We light the cigars up. And we're watching on our screen, on the cameras, 30 police outside with the baton. And they're taking turns. One will go till he's tired, pass on to the next one. And we sat there with our coffees, smoking our cigars, saying, we're so real. Tristan's like, I know. I'm like, we're going back, aren't we? He goes, 100%. This is to be the 3rd time. There's no way we can keep getting out. They're going us up. I was like, I know. What are we going to do? He goes, it's a matrix attack. It's got to ride it out. It's you and me. Always going to be you and me. We have to find a way to get into the same cell. We're going to do the blood pressure trick again. Got to eat raw coffee, do the blood pressure trick. I talked about that on Patrick Bay. We can put that in.
Well, I think it is so interesting what is happening with these Tate brothers. Don't know if they've been good boys or bad boys, but I can tell you this much. They're sure coming after these guys, and they're not letting them sleep, eat, or do these podcasts without letting them know that something's going on, that they're being watched. And now they've been arrested in Miami on the way to this boxing match thing. So very interesting. We'll have to see how this thing plays out. But I got to tell you, I think there's some funny business going on here with these guys. But you know what else is interesting? These guys, they stick together like glue. Good brother relationship. You know, I'll tell you, when their backs to the wall, they can depend on each other. And I think it's interesting because that's probably why they put them in a cell together, is because they wanted them to rat each other out and talk and explain what was going on, tell them how things were going to be going down, or at least they would try to predict how they were going to handle things. Because if they were in the same cell together, they would have communication and they could then listen in on it and try to predict their next moves. But here's the bottom line. I think these guys are smarter than that. I think that they knew that was what was going on, probably spoken code, but let's see what he has to say about this.
And then I said to Tristan, I whispered in his ear, I was like, they bugged this cell, let's prove it. So we started talking about Ireland. I said, I wonder if they found the assets in Ireland. They took everything in Romania. I wonder if they found the assets in Ireland. We talked about it for about a week, and then we saw it on the news. Investigation expanded to Ireland. Neither him or I have ever been to Ireland in our lives. Never been there. No connection to it. So I was like, look, told you. I was like, yeah. So we continued to talk. That's why they put us together. So we had to kind of develop sign language in the cell. So we didn't talk very much because everything was being listened to, right?
Get back in the same cell. We'll do our push-ups and just keep fighting. It's the Matrix, bro. We're an enemy. We're an enemy to their enslavement, and this is what it is. I was like, yeah, you're right. Having our coffee, smoking. After about 50 minutes, they still couldn't get in. Hi, Romanian police. Not many people know that they couldn't get in my house. Bang, bang. After about 50 minutes, it stopped banging, and we watched on the cameras, and they were all just standing around outside, flabbergasted. Like, we can't get in this guy's house. They climbed all over the roof. They tried to break the bulletproof glass. They tried to break the front door. They couldn't get in. So I'm sitting there, and then we see a big yellow digger, like a big JCB, like an excavator driving down the road. And I said, Tristan, they're going to knock the walls down. They're just going to ram through the walls of the house and come in that way. Tristan goes, well, that'll be funny. And I said, yeah, but do we really need to have our house destroyed? Our phones are wiped now. We've had our coffee. We've had our chat. We're mentally prepared. Let's just open the door. Tristan goes, they're going to be so pissed. I was like, I know, bro. And then my girlfriend goes, I'll open it. It's like, really? She goes, yeah, I'm a girl. I'll just smile and try and like diffuse them. And, you know, I'll make some coffees. And if I'm holding a tray of coffee and I open it, maybe they won't grab me. I'm like, I can't really let you do that. Like, this is a brave thing. Let the men do it. She goes, no, you guys are brave enough. You're about to go to jail and I'll be free. And just let me open it, please. I'm like, all right. She makes this little tray of coffees. She goes to the door. She presses the button. It's a button and all goes, unlocks. Hello? And I expected them to rush her. And I told her in advance, don't think less of a man of me if I don't start these guys when they rush you, because that's what they're going to do. But that just gets me killed. Like, I'm warning you in advance. She's like, no, it's okay. But they didn't rush her. When she opened the door, they were like, we're coming in. She's like, yeah, of course. I moved. She goes, want coffee? And one of the guys on the way through actually took a coffee and goes, thanks. And they walked in. And I was like, sorry, guys. Didn't hear you. And he goes, those are some good doors. And I said, criminals can't afford those doors. Don't worry about it. You'll get the other criminals, but we're innocent. And the guy said to me, the guy in SWAT, you know, I've never raided someone's house 3 times. I was like, no. He goes, first time it's ever happened. I don't know who you've upset. So they weren't even mad at us because they knew it was a setup. The police knew, but they're just the muscle, bro.
It's almost a revelation to what just happened in Miami with him talking about what happened in Romania in December of 2022. This is absolutely amazing that these guys are still after these alpha males for being alpha males. I don't know. I think that these are trumped up charges on these guys. I'm not saying they're a couple of angels. I think they were playing with fire and they got burnt by it, frankly. I don't know. Maybe they flew a little too close to the sun, but the bottom line is I'm not sure that they're quite as evil as this British Empire would like them to think. And they're here extraditing these two alpha males from Miami back to Britain. Man, I'll tell you, you milquetoast Brits are just too much for me to take. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you like the channel. Hope you subscribe to the channel, rather. Hope you like the video. Leave us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment if you disagree with me. I mean, honest to God, I can't believe you would. But if you do, there it is. Leave us in the comments. If not, thanks for tuning in.